All right. Post Thailand. Now we're going basically into.
We got to the pivotal moment and we left you guys hanging.
Yeah. Now we're back. So last week, one of the biggest things we talked about, I just pushed page up and lost exactly where I was.
Love that.
Was internalizing losses and externalizing wins. We've been talking about that in the content a little bit. Today, we want to go in more into like what we actually changed. So what I came home with, strategies that we're applying, what we're actually doing, and why. So a big part of it was, I think we briefly mentioned it in the previous episode, where we were looking at a few of our competitors and kind of dabbling in that space, and then realized who we were talking to is not even in the same market. That who we're talking to is that $1,000 to $1,500 a week, wants to go to $2,000 to $2.5K a week, get those 10K months, introduction to online coaching. Well, they've tried, but it's not really working for them. The 30-hour a week quote thing, they want the flexibility, the freedom. They're willing to work hard, but they don't. Like, we're in a position now where we've worked hard for 15 years, and now we're like, hey, we just work really effectively and do hard work instead of working hard.
Yeah.
Is how I've had it explained to me, and that just fucking just drilled into my brain.
Yeah.
So the difference between that, right, is like you could go and spend 2 hours on making a poster for your gym with a QR code that goes to a landing page that has an opt-in and does all of that. That's working hard. You made yourself busy that day. So you can go home and be like, yeah, I had a productive day. I made a poster. Or you could make a phone call.
Yeah. Speak to a stranger.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It's harder to pick up the phone and potentially get rejected.
100%.
But it takes a fucking 10th of the time and actually moves the needle in your business.
Yeah.
So that's the lens that you need to kind of put shit through.
Like, do you think there's ever a time where the hard work has to be there?
Fucking oath. Yeah. Definitely. Like, I did a week's worth of work on Wednesday.
Yeah, I just like the idea that we're still doing it.
Yeah, 100%.
You're just reminding everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we had a one-on-one the other day, and I was like, mate, at any moment, I'm fucking ready to go.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like you get to a certain part of business and you go, okay, the minions will take care of this.
I'm sure you do, but we're not there.
Well, maybe. But, like, what I mean is, like, you're still... But, like, let's say that there's no minions there. It's like, that fucking falls on me, bro. And I'm ready.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not looking for...
Yeah. Well, like, we had someone leave the business and leave 10 hours a week of work. It gets done.
Yeah, it has to, yeah.
Like, it doesn't change.
Yeah. Just trying to find ways with what you currently do where it's like, all right, well, how can I maximize impact?
Yeah.
And do the hard work, but just do it in the shortest period of time.
Yeah, as effectively as possible.
Yeah.
And then every bit of hard work you do is designed... Every time you're working hard is designed so you don't have to in the future. So that week of work that I did on Wednesday, which is... We'll unpack that at some point, is changing Jess's role from like VA to OBM and building all the procedures for that. Now that's built, the entire idea is to be able to automate that.
Yeah.
But it had to be built. So it wasn't, hey, can you do this? Can you do this? Can you do this? And just random shit all over the place. It's like, this is exactly the process for all of this to be done in the best possible way. Best possible way we can. Here's everything that needs to happen. Here's all the resources for it. New spreadsheets, new trackers, new measures, new everything. And new processes. All written out. That I could give that to you listening right now. I could give that to you and you could execute it. Doesn't matter. I could give it to a fucking 14-year-old kid to get it executed. It's not going to be done to the standard that Jess is because you actually need to understand the business.
Yeah.
But the system is followable.
Yeah.
So making sure when you are working hard, it's creating a version of what you're doing that makes it easier. So one of the biggest things that we've I think the biggest shift we've spent a long time trying to make things better. Content, course, mostly it's like make the course better, and mostly it's just do more, because we have this like came up in a time in an environment with a belief system that hard work will get you there.
Yeah.
No matter what, just hard work will get you there. Fucking, you followed Manchester United. The mantra is hard work will get you there.
Yeah.
Like it's all the heroes, hard work, fucking Goku, Vegeta, whatever. Like just work harder and you'll win.
You'll level up. Yeah.
So we've always taken that mentality to business. We just haven't always put it into the right spots.
Yeah.
And we've created an environment where we've overcommitted to working hard without, and it's not even necessarily that we were avoiding hard work. We just didn't know what it was. And that was because we weren't holding ourselves accountable enough to the right metrics.
Yeah.
And we were never shown
what
really in depth what we should be looking at. And when I
what
think
success
about
looks like,
when I think about all the programs that we've done, like we've spent what, $50K?
Yeah, easily.
On mentoring and investments and stuff, and like no one's ever sat down and been like,
this is what it looks like.
This is what you need to measure. Like obviously the people we're working with now are.
Yeah.
And it's like what would have been different 5 years ago, 10 years ago, had we just looked at these metrics?
Yeah.
Which then, like, I have an ego death because it's my job. But it's like you can only know what you know. So you only can move forwards about it. So you don't need more in your service, more than likely. Most personal trainers I talk to need less. I just spoke to a coach during the week who was like, sending a message twice a week to all of her nutrition clients to make sure they were doing the thing. I'm like, do you have a check-in? Like, yeah. I'm like, and they can message you if they have questions? Yes. Like, stop spending 2 hours on a Monday morning messaging all your clients with a cuddle and do your business metrics and make some content. Like, do you know what I mean? It's just, again, it's that hard, working hard, but not really adding any value to the client. That's not really what they need or want.
Not moving the needle, really.
And it's not serving you in your business and what you need to do. So many PTs are like, I need to build more. I need to improve the product. So what people really buy, and if you've ever walked on the gym floor, you will know this. There is a personal trainer in your gym that's not as good as you. If you're listening right now, I know it. There's a personal trainer that's not as good as you. But I bet they're making more money and they have more clients. And I bet it pisses you off. And I bet there's influencers and products and shit online that you're like, this person's not even fucking smart. They're not even good at their job. Or I got this client from this big name and their product's not even good. People don't buy that. They don't care. You think they care, but they don't.
No.
They might stay based on the quality, and we're not saying don't be good at your job. We spent the first 10 years of our career making sure we were fucking good at our jobs.
Yeah.
But that's not what people are buying. They're buying clarity, they're buying certainty, and they're buying direction. They're not buying a program or a nutrition plan because they can fucking download them off AI.
Yeah.
But they don't know if that one's going to work. They're buying your belief, your clarity in what you do, how you do it, and how you hold them accountable to it.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's bypassing all of the guesswork. You're taking care of it all for them.
So you need to be able to communicate in a way that you provide clarity, certainty, and direction for the person that's in front of you, and then they'll buy from you.
Yeah.
And then if you can do that every week in a check-in, they'll stay with you. And because you're good at your job, because I know you are, because you listen to, I don't think we've had many people come through Standout that aren't.
Yeah.
You'll get results, and then they'll stay even more. So what we did, we actually rebuilt the course anyway. But that was based on an idea that we already had, which was giving people just more of that.
Yeah.
Clarity, certainty, and direction. This is exactly what your goal is. This is exactly what you need to do. Yeah. And we are certain that you will get an outcome if you do this. So that's inside the course, and what that's done is allow us to market that on the outside as well. When I'm in a sales call now, I'm like, you're going to sit down with Jason for 30 to 40 minutes and get this mapped out for exactly what to go and do so you can go and execute it. I was like, oh, okay, sick, let's go.
Yeah.
Rather than here's like, yes, we have 50 recorded workshops. Yes, we have a whole fucking library of technical skill videos and everything's there on demand and there's fucking a million modules for you to do. But your plan within that is done.
Yeah.
And you just have to go do it. So what do we need to change? Inside the course, so workshops have been like a big part of the framework for a long time. It was kind of what I sold on the front end, was like the workshop is the thing.
Yeah.
We've moved away from that because we think people don't value workshops the way they used to, for one. And people at different stages in their business want to come through also. And there's a lot of specificity that comes with each individual coach being at an individual spot and how we roll that out. So now the workshops are just part of the course. They always have been, but we've kind of, even internally,
It's
been
not a
like,
focal point.
the workshop is the course, and it's
Yeah.
not now.
No.
The course is support, accountability. Sorry, the workshop is a support, accountability, and execution tool. It's not the whole course. You have the modules and the plan to go and do that. What that's meant for us is giving us way more scope on the workshops.
Yeah.
We don't have to be pinned into a content cycle.
Making sure we cover these exact things.
Yeah, like we can be a little bit more flexible. We can add bonus ones when we've learnt shit. We can change them, manipulate them.
Easy to update.
Yeah.
Way more easy to deliver relevant content.
Yeah. Way more fun for us, which makes them more entertaining
Yeah.
for those.
Yeah.
And the focus really is just doing the stuff.
Yeah. Super adaptable is what I would call the last variation.
Yeah.
In everything though. 'Cause
Yes.
everything
Personalized.
strategies change too. Like what we're doing now is a strategy that we've learnt, and then if it works, we update the program, and then they benefit from it.
Yeah.
So rather than the way we used to deliver it, we kind of got stuck with a method, and then eventually we were trying to pivot, and it just got to a point where the messaging was just we weren't happy with it.
Yeah.
So now we've changed it so that it doesn't have that.
So if you're a coach, you need to start to think about like your session isn't the product.
Yeah.
Your check-in isn't the product. You're getting the outcome is the product. So how do you support that the best? Do you have resources that you can leverage during a check-in? Do you have accountability tools? Do you have group and community in the sessions? What are you getting them to do outside of it? Like if you're only invested, not even invested personally in that time. Like I'm still having conversations with people that like their face-to-face clients don't get the same thing their online clients get. It's like, that's fucking 10 years ago we put that in place. Like you guys need to speed up. And people will still be like, everyone pays online and then pays for a session, for example.
Yeah.
It makes this weird, charging's weird.
Yeah.
It's all complicated. Everyone gets the same thing and then they're paying a price point based on having sessions or not and how many sessions they have. So what is your feature/asset suite in your business and how does that help me get an outcome?
Yeah.
A session, a check-in is part of that, not the thing.
Yeah, I think I like the idea of selling a system.
Yeah.
You know, like you just wrote, like, was it clarity, direction, and certainty?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's a system right there.
Yeah.
Like if you look at everything with the idea of this is my thing and this is how I deliver it.
Yeah.
And this is the outcome that it gets and the certainty that people will get from it, then all of the things like that people use as the selling point fall under that.
Yeah.
That's the way you can kind of sell like a movement as well, like a movement of a thing. And that's what people are going to buy into. Like clothing brands are the best at it, good ones. Like they sell an idea, a status, a thing. And if you can think about that for your coaching business and then have a think about how you get the result, market that, sell that.
Yeah.
And that's going to crush.
Yeah.
The ones that do it already crush. Like they're the ones that have like these advocates for their business. Like they're proud to have to be a coach or to be a client of. And it's like you didn't win the lottery and the coach chose you, but they act like they did.
Yeah.
And that's what you want.
100%.
And it's like because that business has nailed it in terms of its messaging and how it sells the system instead of just trading check-ins or trading 30-minute sessions.
Yeah. So we've also we're moving into changing the Q&A as well.
Yep.
So everyone's got trackers that we have access to now. So we're going to start looking into those. Where are you at? Where's the 8-week sprint at? Where are you with your tracker? What's happening? And then still having the open floor Q&A. We're going back to submitting work as well.
Yep.
So once you complete a module, post it into the group, we review it, and off we go. Similar, like, how is your client submitting their work? What data you're actually collecting in the check-in? Is it just body weight and measurements, or is there other stuff that you're getting feedback on? Is it videos? Is it whatever? How are you getting into that and getting stuff back out of them? Online is the easiest place to do it. I think where people miss it more is face-to-face.
Yeah.
Today we're doing this workout. How's your weekend? And everything's missed. Not food wasn't talked about. Well, it was how's your food? Good.
Yeah.
Sweet. Keep going.
Let's move on.
And then wonder why clients aren't getting results or retention shit or whatever. So our goal is to bring that accountability element to the Q&A as much as we can. Without PTs have a bit of a habit of when you introduce too much accountability, they stop coming.
Always have an appointment.
So we're trying to
Get the balance right.
correct.